Hi, in this brief video I want to talk about Virgil and Asinius Polio. Now, as everyone knows, Asinius Polio was a friend of Caesar. He was the patron of Virgil, Publius Virgilius Maro, at least in the early days. Asinius Polio was appointed consul in 40 BC. He was also a statesman, a tragic poet and a historian. Asinius Polio, patron of Publius Virgilius Maro. And so when his consulship lapsed in 40 BC, in 39 BC he became a proconsul. A consul becomes a proconsul when his term ends, at the end of the year. And he attacked the Illyrian tribes that had insurrected against Rome, 39 BC. And in the 8th Eclogue, Publius Virgilius Maro briefly talks about this campaign. Doesn't describe the campaign, but he gives a reference to Polio, as he does in other parts of his Eclogues. Now, let us honour the pastoral muse of Damon and Alphiciveus, who, singing when they competed together, left the lynxes dumbfounded, caused a heifer to pause in her gazing, spellbound, and so entranced the rivers that they checked their onward flow. Let us celebrate the muse of Damon and Alphiciveus. But Polio, that's Asinius Polio, the consul, proconsul, where are you now? Shooting Timavus rapids, coasting the shores of Illyria. Oh, so here's the campaign, 39 BC, coasting the shores of Illyria, Illyricum. Will ever the day come when I shall be allowed to write about your exploits? When will come the day when I may publish abroad the worth of your plays? So you see, Asinius Polio was also a playwright. That alone can challenge Sophocles, the 5th century Greek poet. You, my poetry's source, he was also a poet, shall be its born. Accept this poem, you bade me write it, and let the poet's ivy be threaded with the victory's laurel to crown your head. Night's chilly dark has only just faded in the sky. At the dew-for hour, when to cattle the tender grass tastes sweetest, leaning against an olive smooth drunk, Damon began, song tune Boulevard. So this is the intro to the 8th Eclogue by Publius Virgilius Maro, or Virgil as he is universally known, and it talks about his good friend and patron Asinius Polio and his 39 BC campaign against the Illyrians as proconsul of Illyria. Right, so this is the great Publius Virgilius Maro, the person who composed the Eclogues, the Georgics, and of course the Aeneid. The Aeneid, which talks about the golden age of Augustus, Octavian, and Caesar. And he talks about his good friends, Asinius Polio, Gallus, the rest of the Roman elite of the late 1st century BC. Republic ends, a new golden era, the era of Augustus, begins, and one of the top names of that golden era is Publius Virgilius Maro, or Virgil, of course. The golden age of Augustus.